Dragon Age, the Veil Guard won't allow you to control your companions because you can't handle it. I don't hate Dragon Age Veil Guard. It is an insufficient word on nearly every level. It is not merely that I dislike it or that I have an aversion towards it. We need to introduce a greater degree of revulsion to the word. I find Dragon Age Veilguard repugnant. Something nauseating, like a bloated corpse washed up on the beach, its belly distended and bloated, bursting open with corpse gases as they just push force with little plittering, plattery gusts of pus oozing forth from its cracked open belly. That is how I view Dragon Age Veilguard, as an absolute, unequivocal abuse of a series I once loved. Dragon Age Origins is one of my favorite RPGs. I wouldn't put it all the way up there in terms of complexity or storytelling alongside the likes of Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines or Deus Ex, but in terms of how comfortable a game it is, how fun it is, how interesting it is to play, it is one of the greatest. Origins was a fantastic game, and ever since its expansion to Origins, more correctly, it has simply just been a straight downhill plunge for the Dragon Age series, and this appears to be the putrid, fly-riddled, final fecal dump on the body of what was once great. The culmination of Bioware's steady push towards absolute abysmalness. Now, we could talk about the article itself, but is there truly any point right now? Dragon Age, the Veilguard, won't let players have full control over their companion, but Bioware says that's because there's so much to do that it doesn't want you to be overwhelmed. It thinks that you are a tiny, smooth-brained child who has probably been repeatedly bashed over the head with a goddamn fire poker. And you could not possibly understand the complexities of controlling multiple characters. What do you think this is? Some kind of strategy thing? Party management? Have you seen our gameplay trailer? Unironically, yes I have. Okay, so the gameplay trailer, oh boy. So, this game is too complex to control multiple characters. It's just too gosh darn hard, right? Well, the gameplay is, you use your mouse button to click on the enemy. You click on the enemy until that health bar is depleted. Occasionally, when you've clicked on an enemy enough times, you will get a dot. This dot will allow you to carry out one out of a whole 3 abilities. My God! I can see how this could easily overwhelm the mind of a modern-day gamer. Hell, you've got 2 companions, that's 9 abilities! Oh, heavens! Yeah, no, if your idea of the height of complexity is your average starter MOBA, I can see how that might seem overwhelming, which is why I'm also gonna, take it down to 3 abilities. Is there at least inventory management? No, there doesn't appear to be any inventory management whatsoever. There doesn't even appear to be weapons or equipment drops in the gameplay demo. And health potions? Yeah, there's some inventory management, right? You've got a bow, you've got to manage arrows, now like explosive arrows, poison arrows, grease arrows. No. You have 8 arrows that magically regenerate inside of your quiver. Oh, goodies. What about health and mana potions? Ha ha ha. Bold of you to assume there's going to be mana potions. It's Estus flasks, of course. You have 3, and that's all you get until you upgrade it via skill tree. How do you regenerate them, you ask? Do you pick them up? No. There are giant green pots scattered throughout the game world, probably everywhere from major cities to the deepest darks of hell and the underworld itself, where when you smash them, well, that recharges your Estus flasks. I just want to reiterate, this used to be a strategy-focused action RPG, alright? You had your party members, you could control them. They used to have a hell of a lot more than 3 abilities, or 9 for that matter. They would have their own talents, their own skill books, their own skill trees. You could do this depending upon weaponry, for example. You had tons of different weapons too, and you could then have characters specializing into certain things. Whereas now, you have no agency over these other characters. We don't even know if they're going to have skill trees. We do know that you can open up a little skill wheel to go like, hey character, could you use your bow shot on that guy over there? Please? Thank you. Why? Well, because, controlling them wasn't actually adding anything to the experience, and God, the cope on this as well. Okay, where was the cope? Where was it? Aha, there we go, yes. So the reason you can't control your characters is because the rogue, Lace Harding, saying that she is her own realized individual. She's got her own behavior, how she prioritizes targets, whether she gets up close and draws aggro, or stays further back in range. We've created fully realized characters. No, you haven't. No, you have not. You lying pig's asshole. You have not. What you have created is at best a generalized recreation of the macro system from Dragon Age 1, where you could pre-program behaviors into your characters. Want Morrigan to heal people when they're on a certain amount of hit points? You can do that in Dragon Age Origins. See, this kind of high-flying goddamn waffle is the worst kind of shit you hear from a developer. This is Peter Molyneux without any of the charm or the expected lying. At least Peter would, dingle your little taint whilst he was truculently lying to you. He'd try to make it a pleasant experience. He'd smile and go like, that previous game I messed up? Yeah, it was terrible. But believe me, I'll make this one better. By the way, you'll really like your dog in this one. No, I won't, Peter. No, I won't. But you tell the story so well. These are not going to be characters who are going to, intelligently change targets. They are going to be dumbass NPCs that in all due likelihood will need picking up constantly. If, indeed, we do not have the worst case scenario where their AI will simply be absolutely goddamn awful and a liability more so than anything. Hell, in all due likelihood, they will be the classic action RPG companions. You know the ones that make a lot of noise, but don't actually do any damage, leaving that up entirely to the player, except when it chooses to open the command wheel and utilize an ability. The only thing they do that actually damages the enemy because it is done entirely via player intervention. And see, this is a near unavoidable problem, because if you allow the characters to do so much damage that they can actually play the game by themselves, what the hell are you doing here? Why are you playing the game? If the video game can play itself without your interference, why the hell even bother? Dragon Age Veilguard, I pray to God that it will be Inquisition except worse. I hope this will finally place the knee on the neck of Bioware, a company that has been deserving of great oblivion for so long now that it is a true tragedy that the Grim Reaper has not descended personally to drag them kicking and screaming to the deepest pits of Beelzebub's torture chamber by now. The only solace here, as I watch a series I once loved be brutally, unashamedly, unabashedly, publicly gang-raped, is that at the very least I have the smidgen of hope that the victim, Dragon Age Origins, might be equipped with one of those African anti-rape devices. You know the ones with razor blades inside of them and hooked barbs. At the very least then, I will get the pleasure of seeing Bioware look back at Dragon Age Veilguard, their final death knell, and go, wow, 47 sales and a refund. This was a really bad idea, and we deserve the oblivion that now awaits us. It's always sad when you need to put a beloved franchise out of its misery, but Dragon Age is long, long overdue for being dragged out behind the woodshed. and euthanized in the most humane way possible, as it is clearly in a tremendous amount of pain. Until next time, I've been Arch. Thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you all again soon. Have a good day.